What up, it's Ty 1822, back with another AEW Dynamite review. So far in 2025, AEW been putting on some solid TV. Did the momentum continue tonight? Well, stay to the end of this review for my final overall thoughts on this show. So we kick things off with an 8-man all-star tag match. Mark Briscoe, Kevin Knight, Mike Speed Bailey, Kenny Omega, the Young Bucks, Okada, and Ricochet. The babyface team did get the victory, but I got to be honest, I just was not a fan of this match. It was too long. It did not need to go 30 minutes. My problem with this match, it felt very unserious with too many comedy spots. Now, I get the Ricochet stuff. That's totally fine. But it kept going on and going on. And I seen the tweets on Twitter. Everybody called it a PWG style match. I knew it had an indie feel to it. But it did not need to be this way. When you have the Young Bucks who screwed Swerve out a world title match, these guys need to be hated. That's why it did not work for me in this match. We are getting to Okada and Omega, and when they had to stare down, it just didn't do anything for me because the match was not serious. This match would have been so much better if it took place after the show was over with them being out of character. I would get that part. But for a TV match, it did not work for me. But hey, the crowd there in Virginia did chant, "This is awesome." So hey, that's fine. I bet some of y'all who watch the show going to say I did like that match. And once again, that's totally fine with me. I'm not going to go back and forth with you just because I did not like the match. So the Ops, they take on some jobbers. They squashed them for the victory. Then it led to the Death Riders coming out to attack. And Shibata got took out the same way Hook did from Clodo Castagnoli. Samoa Joe gets on the microphone for the World Heavyweight Championship match. Will take place in 2 weeks. Samoa Joe challenged Moxley inside a steel cage match. I'm really looking forward to that one. Lately, the Death Riders haven't been piss poor TV lead, and I'm totally shocked saying it. Now, it's not going to make the overall storyline better, but I can say I'm finding myself hating less Death Rider stuff. AEW is actually doing much better stuff, building up the Death Riders at the back end of this storyline. Samoa Joe and Jon Moxley steel cage match should be a good one. Now it really got me looking forward to this world title match in 2 weeks at Beach Break. CEO, your TBS champion Mercedes Moné have a segment with Renee Paquette build up her match against Jamie Hayter at AEW Double Nothing. I really enjoyed this segment with Mercedes Moné. We all know her microphone really ain't the best, but in this segment, she done a very good job talking about this match between her and Jamie Hayter, a match I'm really looking forward to at the pay-per-view. And of course, the winner will face Toni Storm for the AEW Women's Championship. And speaking of Toni Storm, she have an open challenge match against Maya. I can't remember her last name. I forget. I'm a botch anyway. And I don't think I got her first name correct. But I do know she appeared in AEW a few times. And thank you, AEW, for actually doing a little video package explaining who she is. That's what a lot of fans would ask for. 2 thumbs up right there. But this was a good match. And she did impress me in this match. Toni Storm, phenomenal. We all know how great she's been in the company. This lady, you know what? I wouldn't mind seeing her back in an AEW ring once again. She really brought her A game in this match with Toni Storm. And of course, Toni Storm won this match. So then we have the CEO, Mercedes Moné, come out. Jamie Hayter come out. Jamie Hayter attacks Mercedes Moné. As of right now, AEW is not talking about the history between her and Toni Storm, but I believe they will finally get to that when Jamie Hayter defeat Mercedes Moné at Double Nothing. Because to me, that is the best thing for the company to do. If you go with Mercedes versus Toni Storm, what's your secondary match for a women's match at All in Texas? Another championship? God, no, I do not want that right there. We heard people. We heard people. We heard people. The Hurt Syndicate. Another segment with MJF. I really been enjoying the work of MJF and her syndicate. The crowd loved them so MJF can never go back to the hell he once was. The crowd appreciate the things MJF brings to television as the scumbag. Sean Benjamin gave him a thumbs up. Of course, we all know MVP wants him in her syndicate. It looked like at one point Bobby Lashley was teasing, giving him a thumbs up. But once again, Bobby Lashley gives him a thumbs down, what made MJF explode on Bobby Lashley. Lashley decides to grip him up and tells MJF, if you want to impress me, it's time for you to hurt people. So now we finally got that hook. What would it take for MJF to join the Hurt Syndicate? Now he got the Hurts one. I wonder what's going to happen now. Tony Khan, thank you the way you've been booking Hurt Syndicate. One of the best things on AEW television. So, Nick Wayne took on Jay Lethal in an ROH championship match. Now, early in the show, Jay Lethal challenged him. Christian forced him to do it when Nick Wayne was not feeling it. Nick Wayne took care of business, retained his ROH championship. I did love the fact this time Christian did not take Nick Wayne's title. He put it around Nick Wayne. So now we are getting somewhere with Nick Wayne and Christian Cage. I do believe eventually they will turn on Christian Cage, which will lead to him being back as a babyface. But if you really think about it, everything Christian done to Nick Wayne over the years on television, he deserves whatever's going to happen to him. So good luck bringing back Christian Cage as a babyface in AEW. The main event, Kyle Fletcher, Hangman Adam Page. The winner will face Will Ospreay at AEW Double or Nothing. And this was an excellent main event. Kyle Fletcher, this guy got a bright future in the company. He's a future world champion. Hangman Adam Page doing the best character work of his career since working with Swerve Strickland. And I thought Kyle Fletcher was going to win this match when he pushed the ref and kicked Hangman in the ding-ding with the brain buster. But no, Hangman defeats him with a buckshot lariat for the 1, 2, 3. He will face Will Ospreay at AEW Double or Nothing. And now that I think about this match, Hangman definitely got to beat Will Ospreay. Will Ospreay is going to be a AEW World Champion down the line. But if you look at Hangman's journey when it comes to feuding with Swerve, he wants to win that belt for the second time. His story to be a world champion is more intriguing than what they've been doing with Will Ospreay. Will Ospreay feud with Kyle Fletcher, I enjoyed it. But Hangman character work is just on another level. And I think Hangman Adam Page, a cowboy, winning the world title for the second time at Texas makes perfect sense. So we're going to see what's going to take place at AEW Double or Nothing. And as for Dynamite, I did like this show. I keep saying, if AEW continue to put on some solid TV, the word will get out and more people will want to start supporting the company once again. So, if you watch AEW Dynamite, give me your thoughts on the show. I will pop back in the comment section per usual. Hit the like button on this video. As always, don't forget, hit the subscribe button. I'm out. Peace.